So what happens next is the patient stabilizes. The team still gets everything ready for the patient to prepare her to go to the intensive care unit anyways. But the good news is we bought some time. We did not have to completely resuscitate her. We didn't have to put her to sleep or put a tube down her throat to keep her breathing. We were able to buy some time and get her stabilized. So we think, okay, cool, got everything taken care of, let's move on. Because as that's happening, we have 5 more patients we need to see that are not doing so well. So we step out of that room and we go into the other area. And the team of doctors that we're working with, so what happened? Did you guys intubate her? Everything got better? And my intern very casually says, oh no, Dr. Perez did that thing with her hands. She's fine. And I couldn't believe he said that. Because, it just gets to a point where you start doing 2 things at the same time. I do my doctor thing, and I did the sweeping. And I didn't even think that my team was watching me because they were doing their thing. But he said it so casually. He's like, oh, she did her thing. We got some time. So anyways, we got more patients to do. Let's go. So they start telling me about the next patient. And the medical student stops, and she's like, wait. What just happened? What happened? I go, what you need to do is you need to learn about supraventricular tachycardia, you need to learn about uremia, you need to know how to resuscitate a patient, so tomorrow I want you to tell the whole team what just happened and what we would have had to done. She's like, what about that other thing? I was like, you'll learn that someday too. And what that made me realize was how fortunate we are in so many different ways. That was somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, somebody's sister who came in very ill. And fortunately, she came to the right place. In that emergency department, we have the equipment, we have the protocols, we have the technology, we have the medications to be able to resuscitate her properly because of all the research that was done many, many years ago on those sort of protocols. I'm sure there's several healthcare practitioners in here, and you know all the different studies that have gone on in the past on how to appropriately code a patient, on how to turn around those supraventricular tachycardias. All that research that was done years and years ago, that now our medical students and residents have to study so that we can resuscitate that patient. And that's what I had my medical students study. I said, make sure you go back and study that because you need to know that. You need to know how to resuscitate this patient properly. But at the same time, I want them to know chronic healing. Because look what happened. We were able to buy time. We were able to stabilize her so that hopefully we wouldn't have to use that harsh medicine or medical equipment to resuscitate her. Then I thought, wow, on this side of the world, it took all these years to do research to know how to resuscitate a patient properly. This is why it's so important to do research in chronic healing to validate it scientifically, so that someday those physicians that are in there will not just be studying about supraventricular tachycardia and how to fix it medically, but I can also tell my medical student, what protocol in chronic healing would you use to stabilize that patient?